Hi, I'm Lucy from Sew Essential and I'm here today to share some of the latest indie patterns we've added to our site. As always, I've paired them with gorgeous dressmaking fabrics to give you an extra dose of sewing inspiration, and everything I talk about today is available on our lovely website, and you'll find links to our website and all the products I talk about below. If you like what you see, please like and subscribe, because every Friday I bring you a dose of sewing goodness, and if you can't wait a whole week, do jump on and have a look at our Instagram account. You'll find the link to that below, because every day I share posts on our grid, tips, tutorials, inspiration, what I've been making. You'll find it all there. So before we get started, I'll just show you what I'm wearing, which is my McCall's 8139 dress in our lovely chambray fabric. Real firm favourite of mine. This is just perfect at the moment for the changeable weather we're experiencing in the UK, because it's a shirt dress. It's warm enough for those cooler days, but also it's a nice lightweight chambray, so I feel comfortable if things warm up throughout the day. So yeah, just thought I'd share that with you. But I've got a lovely roundup of patterns here from a range of different indie companies, so let's get started with those. The first couple are from Liesl and Co. So the first one I want to show you is the Windward Robe and Sleep Shorts, which is a lovely pattern, perfect for this time of year, I think. I'll just run through the sizes with you on this one. So it runs from an extra small, which is 33.5 bust, 26 waist, 36 hip, up to an XXL, which is a 46 bust, 38.5 waist and a 48.5 hip. So it's a beautiful shawl collar robe with some nice details. It's got like it's got like a band around the neckline, and then matching bands on the patch pockets on the front. And then there's a pair of lovely pull-on shorts that you can make, which have also got, they're sort of finished with this band on them as well. They've got curved shaping, with an exposed, it's like an exposed facing the band is, that goes round and finishes the edges. So if you want to, you can make that the band on the collar of the shawl and the patch pockets, and then also on the sort of curved facing on the shorts. You can make those in a contrast fabric if you wanted to, or you could have them matching. It works well with French terry, cotton poplin, drapey fabrics like rayon or silk. And I just think it's just a lovely pattern for summer, you know, that just when you sort of lounging around at home at the weekend or whatever, you know, it's nice to just have something comfortable and cool to put on, but you can make it really pretty and special because you're making it yourself. So the fabric I chose for that, which I just thought would be wonderful for that pattern, is this gorgeous cotton lawn fabric in this really vibrant feather print. I just think it's so pretty, and I just think it would work wonderfully for that pattern. And then you could pick any of the colours out. You know, you've got so much choice there with all those vibrant colours to pick out, you know, a colour to make a simple vest top perhaps, or a t-shirt to wear with the shorts and the robe. And that is lovely and sort of drapey and lightweight, and this perfect sort of fabric for that romantic sort of robe style. So that's the first one. The next one is also by Liesl and Co, and it's the Murray knit top and dress, knit dress and top, sorry. So the sizes are the same on that one. This is a semi-fitted dress and top pattern, and it's really quick and easy to sew apparently. It's got strategically placed seams, and it's got cup sizes as well. So the cup sizes run from an AB up to a D cup. So that's really good for getting a good fit. So yeah, it includes pattern pieces for A, B, C and D cup sizes. So that's great if you have issues fitting in the bust area. You might be able to avoid a full bust adjustment or that sort of thing. So the seams come sort of at a diagonal under the bust. Then there's a small dart that comes out of that seam. And then it's a very A-line sort of dress or top. There's a centre back seam, and then that curved under bust seam is also mirrored on the back of the top and the dress as well. It's got a flattering V-neck, at the front and the back, so that's quite nice as well, just having a little bit of a V at the back for another little bit of interesting detail. And it's a pull-on style, so you don't need any buttons or zips, so it looks like it would be a really nice fit and fall really nicely. Easy to sew, easy to wear. I mean, you know, sounds like the perfect summer dress or top to me. Now, it can be made in a range of fabrics, so works best with light to medium weight knit fabrics like cotton jersey, French terry, lightweight ponte di Roma and interlock. So the fabric I chose for this is this lovely viscose spandex, which I would choose to make the dress in. I'm really into, I know I'm wearing a woven dress today, but I've been making loads of jersey dresses for summer because they're just so comfortable and cool and just easy to wear, and you don't feel too overdressed in them, I find, when it's a stretch fabric. So yeah, we've got this beautiful Venice print here on this viscose jersey. I think I'm showing you the print upside down there, but I thought that would work really well on that dress because it's not got lots of seam lines on the front. It's literally just got the two underbust seam lines. I think this print would work really well on such a simple silhouette as that, and it's such a pretty summer print, and if you've ever been to Venice, I'm sure you'd like to be reminded of it every time you put the dress on. I know I would. I thought it was wonderful when I went many years ago now. So that's the Moraine knit dress and top by Liesl and Co. And then the other pattern I wanted to show you were from Core. Now, these came out a while ago, but we've only just recently put them on the site. But it's the Plateau joggers and shorts by Core, and then there's also the Mile End sweatshirt, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. So I think these came out off the back of when everybody was just constantly living in loungewear, and then I sort of went a bit off loungewear and kind of made some nice dresses and things. But I'm just about to go on a UK based holiday, and loungewear and like hoodies and tracky bottoms and jogging bottom shorts and that sort of thing are just absolutely perfect for those sorts of holidays for me. You know, I'm constantly on the beach with the kids, and I'm really wishing now that I'd sort of made some time to sew some of these things up, because they would have been so useful on that holiday. And then just at weekends we're really active as well. We're always out on our bikes and things, so even if you're kind of not staying at home as much now, you're getting out and about a lot more because things are changing in relation to the pandemic. I still think over the summer these you know, are a great option. And what I really like as well is that they're so contemporary. There's some really interesting details on these patterns that just bring them bang up to date and make them feel very, very on trend. So yeah, you can make the shorts, which is like a pull-on jogger short. There's also the slim fitting pants. So the joggers are like a slim fitting, very contemporary looking jogging pant with drawstring waist and two choices of ankle finish. You can either just do like a gathered hem, or you can put a cuff or a band on. And then the shorts have got a gently scalloped hem like the Winwood shorts that I mentioned earlier, just that little curve at the edge of the shorts, which is very flattering and elongates the legs. And you've got the option for back pockets on either view as well. Obviously these are going to work well in things like cotton fleece, polar fleece, French terry, ponte, double knits, that sort of thing. The size range goes from a 0, which is a 24 waist and 33 hip, up to a size 20, which is a 39 waist and a 48 hip. And if I'd have thought about it and planned ahead, I don't think I'm going to have time now, but I think I would have made myself a nice light grey pair in this fleece backed sweatshirt fabric that we've got. We've got it in a really wide range of colours, and although it is fleece backed, it is warm in the winter, but I find this really comfortable to wear during the summer as well. I made a hoodie in the gold colourway, and I've been wearing that loads recently because sadly in the UK the weather is quite changeable during the summer, and it's not, you know, it's not a really hot fabric, so it's not massively heavy. It's a really nice weight, this stuff is. Washes and wears brilliantly as well. I've had so much wear out of the gold hoodie. And as I say, it comes in a really wide range of colours, but I just thought this muted light grey colour was quite nice for summer, so I'd be making myself a pair of the shorts in that if I'd have got myself organised and thought ahead to my staycation. And then the Liesl sweatshirt, again, lovely contemporary detailing on this, really unusual, a little bit different to some of the other loungewear patterns you might have made. So there's an option for a hoodie which has got a lovely overlapping V at the front. It's got a kangaroo pocket, a drop shoulder and long sleeves. And then there's also the option for a really contemporary look which has got the same sort of bodice in terms of the drop shoulder, but it's got a crew neck, and then it's got like a gathered hem with some sort of tie that sort of ruches the hem, and I think looks very, very contemporary. Yeah, so you've got a twist by gathering the front band at the waist on that option. And yeah, you can also just do like a classic crew neck as well with just a normal sort of band at the bottom. So lots and lots of options with this one again. Same size range again. And for the last 2 years, I've been trying to get a red hoodie. I've got my bright yellow one, well, it's like gold yellow that I made last year. And I wanted a red one, and I thought, well, there's loads of dresses and things I want to make, I'll just try and buy one. Can I find a nice red hoodie anywhere that's just plain and simple and hasn't got like branding all over it? No, it's been impossible. I finally found one this week and they didn't have my size. So if I'd have got organised again for my holiday, I would have chosen this gorgeous red colourway and made myself a lovely vibrant red hoodie using the Liesl pattern. Perfect for chucking on when you're at the beach and it's a bit windy and cool, or going for walks and bike rides and that sort of stuff, which is how I spend a lot of my time at the weekends. Exactly the same as the grey colourway, so again, I know this washes and wears beautifully, not too heavy, got the lovely soft fleece lining, and yeah, it's a cotton sweatshirt fabric. I just love that vibrant red colour, so I might bite the bullet when I get back and just crack on with that anyway, and I would wear that in the winter and the summer, but I just think those colours are really nice for summer. And then on to the Cashmerette patterns that I wanted to talk to you about. So the first one is the rose colour dress, and the exciting thing about this is Cashmerette have just expanded their size range. So they've always done a 12 to 32 with cup sizes for C to H cup sizes, and then they've just introduced a smaller size range as well, so they now do a 0 to 16 again in cup sizes C to H. So again, if there's anybody out there that struggles fitting their bust, these patterns could be great for you. So the 0 to 16 runs from from the full bust. If it's a C D cup, it's 33 bust. EF cup, it's 34, GH cup, it's 35, the waist is 25 and the hip is 35, that's a size 0, and then it runs up to a 16, which is a 44 bust for the CD cup, 45 for the EF cup and 46 for the GH cup, a 36 waist and a 46 hip, so that's the smaller size. And then the larger size runs from a 12 to a 32, which goes from a 40 bust for a CD cup, 41 for an EF cup, 42 for a GH cup, 32 waist and 42 hip, up to a 32, which is a 60-inch full bust for a CD cup, 61 for EF and 62 for GH. The waist is 52 and the hip is 62. And I know that Jenny, the lady that designs and makes these patterns and founded Cashmerette, I think she's incredibly knowledgeable about designing patterns that really suit curvier bodies, and in fact she's just released a book where she's written about all her secrets and how she's developed these patterns, I think, and you know what goes into making patterns, what considerations are there to make sure that they, you know, look beautiful on curvier bodies, and sort of highlight them in all their beauty. So yeah, really lovely pattern range, definitely worth checking out if you find pattern sizes quite limiting, or if you have issues, as I said, with fitting your bust and that sort of thing. These could be a really good place to look. So let's talk about the Rose Claire dress then. gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. You know me, I love one of these peasant style dresses, but I think there's been a lot of them released recently, but I think this one's kind of a little bit different. So it is a woven wrap dress. So it is a wrap dress, so it comes across at the front, and then you've got the option for a sort of balloon sleeve that finishes sort of mid forearm with a little cuff, and then the lovely balloon sleeve gathered into the cuff, or you've got the option for a little cap sleeve, and then you've got the option for an A-line skirt, or you can go for the full-on peasant look, which is the sort of maxi midi length skirt with 3 tiers. I'm currently making a dress with tiers at the moment. I'm obsessed with them. What's not to love? Loads of gathering, loads of pretty detail, and they're just everywhere at the moment. I just think they're so easy to wear in the summer. Again, when the weather's very changeable, you know, not wearing a longer skirt can be really easy to wear and just keep you warm on those cooler days, but you know, cool enough for those hotter days as well. Fabrics, just lightweight woven fabrics really, linens, rayons, cottons, double gauzes, that sort of thing. There are bust darts on this pattern, and then waist darts as well. You've also got waist darts at the back. Yeah, just lots and lots of lovely options to make some really beautiful dresses there. And the fabric I chose for that is one of our new fabrics that we've just recently added to the site, which I think is gorgeous. It's a polyester. It's it's a really nice weight actually for a dress. Yeah, it's a good weight. It's not like a really flimsy one. Almost a little bit, it's like a sort of matte finish. It's not a silky finish. Obviously loads of drape and movement in this, and I just love the print. It's just really unusual colourway. So it's a sort of sagey green, I would say, with like a pale powder pink flower, and then black leaves and black details on it as well. So I really do love this one. I think it would look fantastic made up into the tiered dress version of that pattern. And the thing I like about this as well, I was thinking maybe of making a short dress in this, because I thought because of the black, I think it would pair really well with black opaque tights in the winter as well. So if you wanted to make perhaps the shorter version of the Rose Claire dress, I think you'd be able to wear it in the summer and then pair it with tights and boots in the winter as well. Just get maximum wear out of that. And then the next pattern is the Cashmerette Auburn blazer. So I think this one only comes in the 12 to 32 range. Cup size is C to H again. There's options for a standard and a full bicep sleeve here as well. So if you struggle with fitting on the arms, you've got the option there to make it bigger on the biceps. So Jenny says, finally a blazer that fits curves. It's a classic lined blazer designed specifically for a full bust. So if you're a full busted lady and you find jackets a nightmare to buy or to make, this could be for you. Add timeless style to your wardrobe with sophisticated details like the princess seams, a notched collar, optional angled welt pockets, and it's available in 2 lengths as well. So not only are you curing a lot of those fit problems you might have experienced with this pattern, but also you've got the opportunity to really get your teeth into some more advanced tailoring techniques like a welt pocket and a notched collar. Your main fabric, you can make it in stretch or woven. If you go for a stretch fabric, it says like a heavier weight stable knit like a ponte, or like a stretch suiting. Lining, if you're using a non-stretch woven fabric like a suiting fabric, use a lightweight woven lining, and if you're using a stretch woven or ponte, use a slick knit lining for the body. So we've got quite a few options on our website that you could use for that. We've got like a nice viscose jersey which is really lightweight. We've got stretch lining, we've got Ritual by John Caldor, which is a lovely lightweight jersey fabric as well. So lots of options there. And then there's a full list of other supplies and notions enclosed in the instruction booklet. So you're probably going to need some special interfacings and tapes and things like that, I would have thought would be recommended for a tailored blazer like this. Don't forget, you can find all of those on our website as well. We've got an area specifically dedicated to speed tailoring, and then we've got a really wide range of interfacings as well. So it's definitely worth having a look on there for those. I'll try and remember to pop the link below to that area on our website. But the fabric I chose for the auburn blazer is this gorgeous suiting fabric, which it's sort of like a one-off really. We're not going to be able to get any more of this, I don't think, but it's it's 86% wool, 12% polyester and 2% spandex, so it's just absolutely gorgeous. The quality of it is just second to none. It's got such a lovely handle to it. It's got that little bit of give, so you know, I think that could work really well with that pattern, because she does mention stretch suitings. It's a deep navy blue colour, just absolutely classic for that classic blazer that you would wear time and time again once it was in your wardrobe. You could pair it with jeans, you could pair it with trousers, dresses, skirts, you know, you're going to get so much wear out of it. And so if you're going to do a lovely project like this and really take your time and do some slow sewing, why not use a premium fabric to make it with? So that is the fabric I chose. And then I thought, oh, imagine if you lined it in this gorgeous crepe de chine satin back crepe fabric. It's a really nice weight. I made a dress in the black colourway of this years ago, and it's just beautiful to sew with. And if you use the silky side for your lining, it's just nice when you put your jacket on, your arms just slide in. And you know, it's always, Angela's done a lot of tailoring, my mother-in-law, and she always says, you know, if you use a satin lining, it's just a really nice way to finish a fitted jacket, because it does really help with getting it on and off. If you don't like the shiny side though, there is a matte side to it as well which you could use, and it does come in a range of gorgeous colours. But I just thought navy blue together with that fuchsia, oh, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So yeah, that would be my choice for the auburn blazer. And then just before I go, there was one more pattern from Cashmerette that I wanted to mention, which is the Upton dress and skirt plus mix and match expansion pack. So with this you get the Upton dress and skirt, which is one of the Cashmerette patterns. This runs in the 12 to the 32 again, so same sizes as what I mentioned before on the 12 to 32 pattern. But you also get, in total, you get 8 bodice options, you get 8 sleeve options and 6 skirt options with this pattern. So you can mix and match and you can get so many different options. I mean, it's kind of like making me think about Gok Wan when he used to do that TV programme and do a capsule wardrobe for people, and he used to, I think he had about 40 items and they all work together. You know, you could do something similar with this pattern. There are so many options. You know, if you mixed and matched them together, I don't know, somebody could do the maths out there and work it out, I'm sure. But a huge range of options. So you've got skirts with pleats, you've got skirts with princess seams, you've got bodices with princess seams, V-necks, round necks, square necks, and then you've got, yeah, as I said, 8 sleeve options, so long sleeves, short sleeves, sleeves with a little tie on them, little cap sleeves, you know, so many options with this one. So if, you know, you have had some of the fitting problems that I talked about earlier, oh, it says here mix and match for 350 plus garments. Wow, that's a lot. But yeah, so if you are somebody who struggled with some of those fitting problems, you know, the Cashmerette patterns work well for you. This could be a great investment because you could get so much mileage out of that expansion pack and the Upton dress and skirt. So I hope you've all enjoyed that today. I certainly have. It always gets my creative juices flowing and makes me want to just go home and get the sewing machine on and get going. If you like, everything I talk about today in the video is available on our lovely website, so don't forget to get on there and have a look and find all the links to the products I talked about below. And if you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time.